All right, here we go with this assignment. We've got a class planning assignment, 5 classes I want to take before I graduate. So here we have a level 1 heading tag that says classes I want to take. Of course, if we were to pull this up, you're going to see something like this. Now, this looks pretty good, but of course we want more text going on, and this specific lesson is about bulleted lists. So for this assignment, we're not going to have any ordered lists, which are going to be numbered. No numbering on this one. And to get us started out, we have our level 1 heading. Next up, what we're going to do is make a list. Now that's the open bracket LI tag, list tag, and as soon as I push enter here, you can see it's ready for me to insert a list. I like some space in between the end of the list and the body. And we're going to have a list inside of this list. In fact, you know what? I forgot what we want here. So this is going to put these items in a list. Let's see. These ones actually, I apologize, these ones should actually be inside of the unordered list, which is the UL tag. So I made a little bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. When we make mistakes, we can certainly correct them like adults. So this is my unordered list tag, and then the list will be inside the unordered list tag, like this. And then we got the /UL tag there. Okay. Now, what is this going to do for us? Let's see if that does anything for us. Here they've got the one bullet point for the list, and this is my list item right here. So I have a list item for an unordered list, which is why it is showing as a bullet point in the web page. Of course, if I made it an OL list, an ordered list tag, and reloaded this, then you'd see now it is numbered. Of course, we don't want it numbered, so I'm just going to change these back to ULs on lines 11 and 15 for now. And then we can put our list together, and LI is for list items. And so for this, remember, we want 5 classes I want to take before I graduate. In fact, maybe I should put 5 right there, or the word 5. I think that would look a little bit better. Okay, so I've got one list item, and then, of course, I can come down here and put in another list item. There's 2. And then we want, there's 3 right there. And of course, if you'd like to, you can just come up here. I only need 2 more, so I'm just going to copy and paste those in. Okay? And this allows me to put in the classes that I do want to take. And so I've saved that, and if I come back here to my web page and reload it, now we should see 5 bullet points, and now we see the word 5 in my level 1 header. So what 5 classes would I like to take? Well, I would like this class, Autonomy with Richard Grove. That would be a great class to take before I graduate. There's one. And let's see, another one is how to, you'll have to look up classes yourself, but these are the ones that I chose. Defend Your Rights with Michael Badnarik. That'd be a nice class. And then the next class for me is Revolution Disguised as Gardening with Melissa Miles. Okay, so there's another class for me. Here's my 4th class. So this is going to be, Mass Media with James Corbett. And then the last class for me is going to be the Trivium Method and Logic with Tony Myers. Yeah, if I could take these classes, it'd be super awesome. And if I go up here to save and load this page now, it's going to show all 5 of these classes. Now that's pretty good, but in this assignment, we need a little bit more for credit. Now let's see. Well, what I want to do is put a little bit more information here. By the way, this is enough to get you credit. So technically, you could stop the video here, and you'd be in good shape. And to show all the code, and let's see if this will show all the code. That looks pretty good. A little bit bigger, about 14. Yeah, that's about as big as I think I can make this. But this is all we really need for this assignment to get the credit. But I'm going to do some more nested lists inside of some of these other lists. So I'm going to come up here to autonomy, with Richard Grove. And let's go ahead, and again, I'm going to be working inside the list. And what I'm going to want here is, let's just do another unordered list inside there. And I need a list item for that. And let's say, I'm just going to describe autonomy. I feel like I spelled that wrong. Yeah, there it is. Autonomy. Let's make that bigger. There we go. Autonomy. I think that's spelled right now. And we can put in our list item of increase self-reliance. Because I don't know about you, but I would love to increase my self-reliance. And then I got another list tag item here. We can improve our future career prospects. How about that? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So with this, we can save it, go back to our web page, and then we see another bulleted list inside of the list item autonomy with Richard Grove. And you know, if we want to do more of these, we could come down here to the next one. And again, maybe at this point you'd like to see an extra space in between the classes, which again is just, I think it's just going to make it easier to see. And then I can come up here to Michael Badnarik and say, you know what, let's go ahead and put another unordered list inside for Michael Badnarik. And we'll have a list item here for us. First list item, let's see, it's a deep look at the Bill of Rights. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And if we're like, yeah, that's cool. And notice I'm doing this one a little differently than I did the last one. Remember, I like to see the end of my tags on the same indentation orientation as the opening of the tag. But I'm just showing here that you can do it a little differently. So we'll do another list item here and just enter it in as we go. The difference between rights and privileges, and I hope I spelled that correctly. And we can go down here and do a third list item. Again, you put in as much as you want, but why much of the modern interpretation of the Constitution is incorrect. How about that? So we got this new description in here for how to know and defend your rights with Michael Badnarik. Let's go into the web page and see what that looks like. Okay, that looks pretty good. This last one right here, we're going to do another one down here for the trivia method and logic with Tony Myers. And we're going to do it instead of an unordered list this time. Again, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say let's do an ordered list just to show you that there is a difference, even though it's not necessary to do this for us. Okay, so I'm going to have an ordered list with, first we're going to have a list item, and again I like the space there. Just so I can see proper indentation, and it's very easy to see where my list item begins and ends. And the trivium is about grammar, logic, and rhetoric. And if you don't know what those are, it's important for you to know what they are, because the trivium is the classic method of learning things. And then the last thing I'll put on this list is fallacies, which Tony Myers is quite expert at. So we can save this, and let's go ahead and go back. When I reload, again, we were expecting a numbered list here down below. We're going to explore that a little bit more in a couple of assignments, maybe the next assignment too. But a lot of these extra bullet points that I put in here, nested lists, and it's a nested ordered list for the trivium. Up here we had an unordered list, a bulleted list inside of a list item, and then up here as well another unordered list or bulleted list inside of an already listed item inside of what was an unordered list. And by the way, up here on line 11, if I change that to OL and then the close of that tag down here in line 56 into OL, of course our page now, instead of showing bullet points here on the far left, they would just be numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And maybe that makes more sense with the name of this being 5 classes I want to take before I graduate, or 5 classes I want to take. That may make more sense to you, and so you have to decide. I believe on the assignment they're going to force us to have a UL tag in there. Yeah, there they are. So you're going to definitely want that in your code if you want the credit. But this is good enough for me. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later.